Hello and welcome to part 5 of our Floribunda, where we're working on our January calendar, and I think it's coming out really pretty so far. So for those that are following, let's continue where we left off, which are right here on these pretty little pink flowers. So we did this in we based this in the blush pink, and we left part of the area white right in here. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to give it some the definition, you know. So let's grab this is regular pink, we don't want that one. I mean, that was blush pink. What we want is regular pink. So let's make sure your pencil's nice and sharp, and let's start bringing the shade in. Okay, and I'm just following along the flower there. See how it's bringing in that nice color? Okay, I hope you're having a nice day or a nice night, whichever, and you're enjoying yourself coloring in your own little private space with your own private time. And that's why we do this, is so we can just relax and enjoy ourselves, color something pretty, feel like we're getting something done, accomplishing something, which we are. Okay, now see how I'm just putting the pink in here. So just follow along with me. I'm sure by now you're getting good enough to where you know where to put the lights and the darks, and if not, just follow along, because you will get awesome good. Be an extreme colorist. Be really good at it. Now see, in here it'll be a little darker because this is where it's kind of bending, so you want to put some shade right in here. Okay, see, looking really pretty, and I use my little dust brush to brush away the little wax from the pencil, because otherwise it'll tend, like if you grabbed a little piece of it, it would make like a line of whatever color it was that you're spreading, and we don't want that. Okay, so I'm just bringing the color up lightly, just feather it up. We want to give it a nice wispy, and then here maybe put a little dark and leave the light in the middle. Alright. But see how I'm doing it? I'm just very relaxingly just putting in this little darker color to give it some oomph and the shade that we need it to have. Okay, it's really light. That looks really nice. It's just light and kind of airy and fluffy. Now I do want to add, you know me, gotta have the drama, a little bit darker shade, but I don't want to go too dark, so I'm trying to think what color would be good for an accent. I'm gonna go ahead and use this, but we're not gonna use a lot of it. Okay, this is the magenta, but I'm gonna just do it very light amount in here at the bottom. See what I mean? How it gives it just a little bit of a punch without taking over it. And that's what we want. And we like to add lots of different colors because that's what gives us our variety and our interest in the flower. You know, we want to keep it pretty. We want the different variations in the shades, you know. Put a little in here. There. All right, maybe let's see, maybe a little in here, huh? Not too much, just a little, just, you know, to give it maybe right in here, maybe, huh? A little. I sure love coloring with these pencils. I know everybody colors with different kinds, you know, of pencils, but I don't know, I guess I'm loyal to these. I do want to kind of try the Faber-Castells, but everybody has these, so I'm like, well, how will you follow me along if, you know, you don't have those kind of pencils? Okay, that looks pretty good. I think I'll add a little shade right in here of the darker there. Okay, now we got to do the same thing over here. A little magenta. It just, like I say, it just adds a little more oomph, makes it look like we are really trying on our picture, makes our puts our picture over the edge, a little bit above the average colorist, you know. We're getting better, right? Now we could put a little blue in here if we wanted to. But I don't think I will, because I think I'm going to do this flower blue. So now that's what we're moving on to. But we still have a little bit of leaves to do. So let's put a little, this is chartreuse green. I just wanted to kind of, this leaf was standing out at me. So I just wanted to give it some life. And then I'm going to use this Prussian green in here for the shade. Okay. It should be sharper, but it really should be sharper. It's not too bad. Okay, so I just added, you know, just did a little bit there just to make the leaf alive. Okay, now we're gonna work on this guy, and we're gonna do it in a blue. So let's begin with a powdered blue. Okay, and let's just base the petals in. But the same way with by leaving some of the streaks of the white underneath on the paper. Don't fill the whole thing in, just kind of, you know, put the color in, but leave little white spots. Those are the highlights. We like the highlights. Highlights are good. Okay. Gotta turn my paper a little. Just follow along. Okay, now we gotta be careful in here because there's another flower in here, but this is part of that flower right in here. So we want to get that guy, and then this comes down in here. Okay, but that's part of that flower. Underneath here looks like it's still part of this blue one. So we'll do that. And then now this is coming up. This is part of this flower. It's twisting. So let's do it from here. Sometimes in these books it gets hard to figure out where the flower is going. You don't want to run into another flower, or sometimes which is part of a flower and which is a leaf. But even if you color a little area that should have been a leaf, a flower, it's okay, because the mind's eye will just correct the whole thing. Okay, there we go. Alright, so it's based in pretty much for the most part. Okay, now we need to add some of our depth to it. I'm wondering what color I want to use. Let's try electric blue. And just bring the color in and around. We're going to add a couple different blues, so give it a lot of layers. Okay, so just lay it in there like that. And here, leave that middle part light. I don't know what color we're going to make it yet, though. We might want it dark. I don't know. But right now it looks good. I'm so glad you're coloring with me. It's nice. We're having a good time. That's what it's about, right? Okay. putting a little bit more color in some areas, you know, for that variation in color. I like to have some darker, some lighter. Your picture will just kind of take on its own thing to where you're going to know where you want to put your darkers and your lighter colors. Everyone's hand pressure is different, so when you're doing it, it might not be exactly like mine, because my hand pressure and where I decide to put the emphasis on the dark is different than yours, huh? But it'll still be just as great. So, and if you're using different colors, I can't wait to see your picture. Even if you use the exact same colors, I still want to see, eh? You can be using the exact same colors and the picture would look slightly different. Just because of where you decided to place your colors. Okay. Now, what we need here, I think, is, well, we know we need a darker color, but I'm wondering, do I want to add a lavender inside there? Not sure yet. I'm really not sure yet. I do like this blue lake. Let's put in blue lake, but that is a little bit lavendery. Let's put in some of that. Blue Lake is what this one's called. And it is number 1102. It's a pretty color. Make sure you just try to keep it wispy by using a lot of the lines that follow the line of the way the flower bends, but it gives it that really wispy, it almost like a transparent look, because those wisps are coming across and you have the light underneath to give that highlight. Around here, adding a little bit more dark in this area. That scared me when my dog just barked like that. Her name's Simba. She's a little black Pomeranian, weighs, I don't know, 4 pounds, something like that. She's small. Okay, blue looks nice, huh? I like this blue. Just want to make sure I keep it in the right spots. Made it a little darker there, just because I thought it would add a little accent. You know? Okay. Let's see, we need to do probably right in this area here. Gonna add a little this blue lake right in here a little. Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, there's an ad that just interrupted my music. Okay. All right. So that is looking pretty okay. I'm kind of comfortable with how this is looking. I think I'll just, yeah, end that there. Okay. Now I think what we need to do, I didn't put any in here. I should. So should you, because you don't want to forget an area. Okay. Be a little in here. Alright, so now we've got a nice blue going here with this flower, but we need some dark. So this is cerulean blue. Cerulean blue. Let's put a little of that in there and see how that gives it a nice pretty color, doesn't it? Let's put a little of that in there. Just keep making your nice wispy lines as you're putting in your color. That's how you get that nice flowing flower effect, you know. Some in here. There, looks really pretty, huh? Just keep working with it. Okay. Now a little bit in this area here, right in here, we need some color. And I'll put some over here too. Okay. I think that's looking pretty good. Yeah, this is all part, looks like of this stem here from another flower. Okay. So, that's pretty. I actually like that light up in there. I think we need one little shade darker. So let's take the Indian Throne Blue. And you don't want to go too crazy with this blue, but I think by adding it, it's going to create a nice depth to it. See how it just brings out a little bit. Same as everything we've been doing before. Just work with it until you're happy with where you've got your lights and your darks, you know. But you do want the light and the dark. That is what what gives it the drama and makes it stand out. Makes it look like a really pretty flower. Oh, it's so hard to turn it and then hope that you can still see it in the camera. But I think you got it. I'm trying to keep it even for you. May want to put a little up in here. Okay, looks pretty good, huh? Looks nice. We've got that in there. Could add some yellow to it, but then it would turn it more of a green, and we really don't want that look, so we'll have to work on this flower now. Okay, now we've got the pretty blue flower, and we are now going to color in this little flower over here. And I think we're lacking on some purples, so I'm thinking we're gonna do it in some purples. So let me, I need to get some lights on here. I forgot to turn them on. Sorry about that. Put some light on the subject. Okay, so let's use a nice lavender. Actually, you know what? Wait, hold that. Keep that thought. I'm thinking we're gonna need, let's go with one step lighter. We're gonna use 3 different ones. So let's use grayed lavender for the top piece, and just do just the top. some grayed lavender up in here. Okay, and I'm going to put it in this area here. Okay, now in the background, if you're hearing what I'm playing, it is the movie called Benny and June. It's an oldie movie, but it's really cute. Johnny Depp's in it, and Oliver Platt, and I forget the guy's name. And that girl, I forget. Sue Masterson or something. Okay, and so I'm actually going to put a little bit of that undertone down in here too with the grayed lavender. Just to give it a little undertone. Okay, now I'm going to take some, I was hoping I had this, one of these were lilac, but if you're following along, that isn't a lilac. It is not lilac. And that's kind of what I wanted. These are all lavender, lavender. Okay, here's lavender and lilac. Okay, that's what we want. I grabbed two of the same color. Okay, so now let's take the pretty lavender color.
You're cheating.
June, I don't cheat.
And
You're all trying to cheat me. You're trying to cheat.
see how I'm lightly putting it in here. Now we do need a little bit of line, so you see how I just threw one in there real quick, or just maybe another one like that, just maybe another one, just because we need to have a little bit of some definition. And then again, just like we were doing before, don't go all the way to the sides, leave part of it open for a highlight. When you're putting it in, see how I left a little bit open, just so it has a nice highlight on each side. Okay, and I'm coming up and around. Okay. Lavender in here. See, this area is kind of big and didn't have any lines, so you see how I just added some my own, just makes it pretty there. And up.
I mean, I can't even keep a goldfish alive. What chance do I have with Jim? Something bad happens to her, right?
Okay. Okay, now let's take the lilac. And the lilac is darker, so we're going to put that towards the bottom. Alright, and maybe a little bit up here. Just a little, like that. See? It's nice. Now, I'm going to go in here. Go up in here.
Once you get settled in, you can actually take a vacation. Travel a little. I got on the fourth, no problem. Travel? Travel? Benny, there's a whole world out there, man. I mean, picture yourself on the open road. Wind in the hair in the El Camino. Highway stretching out the...
Okay. There. I think we need a little bit of color up around this corner here. And I think I'm going to put a little lilac underneath here where it's in the shady area. Alright. Bring out some of the color underneath. There we go. Okay. Looks pretty. Okay, now we've got that in there, but I think we need a little bit of pink. Okay. Let's add a little bit of, I'm thinking, maybe, yeah, this one's fine. This is just blush pink. Just put a little up towards, from the middle, kind of up into the tip a little bit. Okay.
Medium-sized green-haired troll.
A little bit of pink. And I think I'm going to do these. Put a pink in here. In the middle. Alright, so we've got those with that pink, but I think I'm going to use some processed red on the bottom of those.
Regret my shower blue dot.
And some of these areas here. Processed red. And then a little bit of yellow ochre over the top.
Scrape it and paint the exterior.
That gives it nice, interesting little flavor there. See? Made it, give it a little oomph. I'm thinking we still need a little bit darker purple down here, don't we? Let's see. This is Dahlia purple. Dahlia purple. PC 109. And let's put, yeah, that's what it needed. Need a little bit of that in there. That's good.
Oh, Benny, tonight's your lucky night.
And I'll put a little in here.
I lost
What's in the pot?
a cousin.
See, just gave it a little bit of what it needed. A little bit where it was lacking. Better, huh? Much better. I really added the little bit it was missing.
Perfectly respectable hand.
Not respectable enough. Hey, shut up, Mike.
All right.
I am not taking this guy home. You have to, man. Remember the fella I lost?
Okay. All right. That one's done. Looks good. Okay, now we need to do, let's see. Let's pull out a little bit so we can see. Yeah, that purple looked, just added exactly what we needed. Now we need to do these leaves here. I think the leaves, will you be okay on your own, or do you want me to do the leaves too for you, huh? Alright, well, I guess we can do a little bit of leaves. So I'm grabbing some lime peel, and I'm going to sharpen it. Okay, and I'm going to grab this yellow chartreuse color, sharpen it. Okay, and let's see, lime peel, and this one here is apple green. And it is ready for some sharpening, which is apple green, and I got some peacock green. So let's begin, and we'll do some of these leaves in here. So I'm taking that yellow chartreuse, and I'm going to do this one. This color here. Okay. So that looks nice. Oh, there's something down in here. Okay, a little bit. Now let's take the apple green and put in a little stem, like kind of like a vein in the middle, and then pull the color on each side around it. Let's Nice. Okay. Put a little on the stem here. Is it maybe too loud for you? I'll turn it down. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. I just have a little bit going in the background. It's not like I'm really watching it. I've seen the movie so many times. Okay, this goes, I did that for there. Let's take our dark peacock green and put a little bit on the bottom and a little bit on the top. And then maybe a little peacock green in this one too. Let me go in so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm just putting a little inside these leaves here, and maybe just, you know, a little on the stem. Okay, and then same up in here. Just adds a really nice. See, that really adds a nice little touch to it. Okay, now in here I'm grabbing the other green that I had, which is the lime peel, and I'm just putting some lime peel in this area. There's like some little veins or stripes, or is there little leaves in here? But by changing the colors in the leaves, like I did, like over here I had some blue, you know, like where we had some blue leaves and some like orangish ones, lighter greens. It just adds a dimension, because if we just did it all in the same green, boring. Don't want boring. Alright, I see that in here I'm just using, these are the ones with the lines on them. I'm doing these in the lime peel. Just have little lines, so I'm just coloring in this little ones, just the ones with all the lines on them. And then lime peel. Okay, I'll do those something else. So that's it for there. I got a little smudgy that's bugging me on my paper over here. I'm just gonna get rid of that. It's probably because I had to see how this gets dirty when you're putting your hand in on your work. That's what happens. Okay, let's do this one. I like how we did that with the pumpkin orange. So let's grab some yellow ochre, and put it on these leaves here. Okay. It's a really pretty day today. It's about 75-ish degrees here in Arizona, and I live about 10 minutes from a really big lake, and I can hear everybody out, you know, either coming back or they're just getting a late start going to the lake. But I am still sick, so no fun for me. Okay, let's grab this pumpkin orange, and then with the pumpkin orange, just do the inside part of the leaves. Now again, you know, this is what makes our group, you know, when we're our extreme coloring group, different and you know, above the average, is because we take time. Like most people, they would probably just color that in one color and leave it alone. But not us. We put detail in everything that we do. And it's not hard. You can see it isn't. It just takes a little bit of more time, but it really pays off. I just did like one side of, part of the stem there. But it really does pay off because there's a big difference in our pictures, compared to people that you could see, oh, okay, when it might be pretty what they've done, but it just doesn't have the pizzazz that ours does. Okay, now I'm going to use, for in here, this is chartreuse, and I'm going to do this leaf. With the chartreuse. Okay. Okay. I see I just forgot a little bit of blue in this area. It was flipping over and it was just white. It's easy to miss stuff, but just not a big deal. You just correct it when you find it, Okay, now I want a greeny kind of a look to it. Not a greeny, but this one, an aquamarine, right in here. Simba, what are you doing now? Stop it! Hold on, I gotta turn this off for a minute. She's getting... Sorry, my little dog. Boy, she's just quite the rambunctious one. She was eating something. I didn't want her to choke because I heard her gagging on something. Okay, this morning, I don't know if you were watching, but my son brings up a plug. She ate the whole end of my plug off of my coffee warmer. Hold on. That was Safeway. I have my groceries delivered because I haven't felt that great to go out. I didn't really feel like I want to get exposed to more people that are sick. My brother, my friend, said that when they were at some meeting, like a women's group meeting or whatever this morning, like a breakfast, and said that everybody was sick, everyone in the family, their family members were sick with the stupid flu. I hope you don't have it. But chances are either you have it or you know somebody, because it's like rampant everywhere. I saw on the news. It's people are dying from this thing. So it's like nothing to mess around with. It's the worst too, because it's stomach too. My stomach was bothering me a couple days ago. Mainly just like a cold and a cough, but I hate it when my stomach is upset. That's the worst. Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Let's think about good things, good happy things. Okay, so we got that flower in. That looks pretty. This one I'm just going to leave alone. I'm just going to add some of that. These really aren't leaves. I'm just kind of putting it as a little glow. There's a little inside there, a little white, and then I'm just adding a little glow with the color there, just so it's not quite so plain. Alright, now we're ready to do another flower. And this one here. And I think it's kind of the same as this lavender one. So I want to put it lavender. I think we have enough pink because we have some other flowers up at the top we're going to do. So now we could vary it a little bit. We don't have to do it the same. So to vary it a little bit, let's grab the lavender and go up the... See how I'm not going all the way to the sides where the black is? I'm just doing parts of it. That's to give it a little bit of highlight, which I want.
What? What did he do?
Okay. Okay. And we'll just fill in this area in here. Okay. And then this area is part of this leaf here. Hey, we didn't finish this area, did we? We're gonna have to get back in and do this. Well, we'll get there. Okay, so now let's grab, I don't know, let's do a little, let's be daring. This is mulberry. I'm gonna grab some mulberry. Put some mulberry in here. Look at it. We're in the same color family, right? But it's a little different than the other one. Not exactly the same, but same sort of color family, but just a little variation. Okay, I'm just putting in a little bend here and in here. It's coming around. Okay. Alright. Alrighty. Okay. Now I see that because I was getting distracted from my dog, look at what I did. I forgot to do this whole area. So I grab some of this, put it in over here. This is that lavender. Okay, and then the mulberry in here. Put a little in here. I think I'm gonna do the outline of this little ruffled flower. I made it roughly, if you notice. That's just so that the ends have like a little torn look. Okay, I'm going to come up here and get a little darker up the middle here with that mulberry. Just wanted to give it there. Okay. All right. Now, we need to do the middle, so we could do it, I guess the same, huh? A little bit of the fiery color, so let's take the yellow ochre, leave some of them white, leave some of the tips white, like that, kind of simple. And I'm going to grab, this is magenta, no, I don't want magenta. I don't want magenta. Let's do, this is carmine red. I don't want, well, alright. I really Didn't want carmine red. Let's do pomegranate. So take some pomegranate, and because it's a little bit darker of a hue, and just put some pomegranate on the bottom like that. So it comes up a little bit, and then Scarlet Lake. Let's put a little Scarlet Lake in here. Just a little bit. Okay. And let's grab some of this, here's this yellow Spanish orange, and then I'm just putting a little bit of that in there. Okay, now up in here, I think it's a little white, so let's grab the blush pink and put it in there for the highlight. Okay, that's where we left some of the parts open. So I'm just going to put some blush pink in there. Tidied it up. Okay, and yeah, that's good. Why don't we add a little bit of hot pink? Just a little bit. It'll brighten it up. Just a little. Give it a little extra layer of love. Some hot pink in here. No, it was just looking a little drab. A hot pink kind of brightens it up, doesn't it? Yeah, I brightened it up quite a bit actually. Okay. Now, we didn't do the middle of this guy, so I'm grabbing a light cerulean blue because I didn't do this part, my bad. But if you're really following me, then that means you didn't do it either. I'm just throwing in a little darker blue on the bottom of it. And this will be easy to do the middle. I'm just going to do it the same way. Grab the yellow. This one is yellow chartreuse. And just do parts of it. And leave some white. See? Totally easy. Then this is yellowed orange. And just put it in some spots. See, the middle of those are actually pretty easy, right? You just done pretty much. I do want to add a little bit of Scarlet Lake on the bottoms of a few of these. So just pick and choose a couple. Just do the bottoms. See that? It just gives a little pop to it. Okay. There. No, I don't really put too much. I just. Okay. Alrighty. Now where are we going to move to? Over here. So let's come out. We can look at our beautiful work. So far, huh? It's a pretty. Okay, we need to do this leaf in here. And I'm going to try this one. Let's do spring green. A little spring green in here. Just grab whatever green you want. Mine happened to be spring green. Okay, see? Easy. Throw some spring green in there. And I don't know what that was. Yeah, maybe. Why not? Let's take some of this as aquamarine. some aquamarine and give it a bluish green feeling, which is nice because I'm gonna grab a piece of paper. I feel like getting my finger dirty. Okay, so like I say, I like to break up the leaves and the colors and make them, I don't like to make them all the same. I think it's boring. I'm just putting a little spring green in here. Okay. And that gives it a nice, kind of like a bluish green little hint, which is good because we have that blue flower, so it'd be like it's casting a little shade onto this little guy. Okay. Now we're moving on to, oh, we got a little bud. And this bud is part of that pink flower. So let's work on that. So see how this flower comes around here. And look, didn't do that either. So let's take out blush pink. And actually I use lavender on there. See, that's why it's helpful to have your little book, you know, the book that I fill in, which I am behind on right now. I didn't do it for this one yet. I had a lot going on. There was this morning a lot of phones ringing. I mean, it was quiet at first, but then as the day progressed. Okay, so I put that lavender in there. Then I used mulberry, remember? So I'll put the mulberry in here. Okay. Just get a little in there. Okay, now I got my blush pink out for this little bud here. Or both these buds, because these are little cute little rose buds. So I'm just gonna fill them in like so. Okay. And I did see a little bit of green here. I just grabbed any green, just grab a green. And let's see, is this a stem? I'm just trying to see if this is a stem coming up here or if it's part of the flower. And I think it's part of the stem. So let's grab some lime peel. And even if it isn't, we just made it a stem. Okay, so okay. Now we need to highlight it. So let's grab some. This is regular, just a regular pink. And let's go deep down in here where it would be a lot shadier. And that would be where we want to add the darker color. Okay, and then same thing in here. It's a little darker, just right in this area. Just put a little dark right in there. Okay, and then now we need to add a little highlight. So I'm going to grab some pomegranate. And I'm going to put a little pomegranate right down in here along the sides and a little bit along those sides there, later here, and then on the bottom. Like that. Just give it some love. There. Okay, see? There we go. That looks good. Okay, well, this flower's got a whole bunch of little red hearts. This red I have is too dark, but I have a scarlet light, or scarlet lake. So see all these little red, they look like little red hearts. Just take them, and can you see them here? Can you see the little, see how they're like little red hearts? I'm just coloring them in. So, just color them in, make them red, I guess, or whatever color you want. I just grabbed a red. This takes a little bit of detailing. You gotta have some good eyes for this, because these suckers are small. Okay, so we'll just keep coloring those in. Alright, so now let's grab the canary yellow and just put some in the middle, and then let's grab some yellow ochre, a little bit in there, and then let's grab our orange. This is our Spanish orange. Throw some of that in here. Okay. Spanish orange in there. And then the Scarlet Lake again that we were using. Let's just put some of that in the middle. I'm just going the way of the leaves. A little firework explosion in there. It's kind of what it looks like, right? A little firework explosion. Okay. Easy enough. Now, this little flower here. So let's take, yeah, some, well, I guess we can use some yellow ochre. And actually, no, we gotta keep it brighter. Let's do the canary yellow, but don't do the middle part of this flower. So you just see how it has this, that has two separate leaves. We'll make that an orangey color. So let's put this here, the outside. Alrighty. Okay. Now let's take the yellow ochre and go up the bottoms a little bit of each one of those petals. Okay. Alright, now let's take some Spanish orange and go in the middle of that little petal with the Spanish orange. Okay. Okay, now we need a color for the accent, so I'm using pumpkin orange for that. And I'm just going up the middle and the sides a little. See? Gives it nice little depth to it. Color goes nice together as well. Okay. And ta-da! Voila! That looks really pretty. Alright, we've got some leaves here. I think you're good enough to do the leaves now, right? We'll work on this flower here. Now I'm gonna have to turn this one upside down because it's a biggie, and I have very little room here for me to film it. If you saw my area, you would laugh. It's like I gotta squeeze everything in here. Well, where all the cameras is. My pencils are all lying around here. My computer mouse, I'll move. Okay. Alright, so now, this color, I think we should make, let's see, we have a per pink. I don't know, what kind of color do you think it should be? I wish you could see, if we were doing live streaming chat, we'd be able to pick. I'm thinking blue, or do I want yellow? The yellow would be up here, and then we could do these and some blue. Okay, yellow. We'll do that in the yellow. Okay, decision has been made. Okay, now I have to commit to it, right? Oh, actually, that's not true. I change my mind all the time. Okay, so to do this little baby here, we're going to use our yellow, and we're going to base the entire, just the entire flower, just everything. Just do everything in the yellow. Okay, so I will do this and come back, and just do your flower all yellow, okay? Alright, so I just filled it in everything yellow, so hopefully you caught up and did the same thing. This flower is hard for me to get into the whole camera view, but I will try. So now let's get the Spanish orange, and on each flower, give it, make the little striations for the, you know, like the little veins. Because this one doesn't have it, so we want to give it just, you know, some of them here. Let's pull them up. And basically it's just little flicking lines, you know, that go in the way of the same way that the petals would go. Alright. Goes up. Up. Alright. So just do that and go all the way around. And then come back. I just feel like, you know, I'm turning my camera off and doing it off camera because you could see what I'm doing, and then that it's saving my memory card, and I'm thinking that's what the problem is that I make the videos too long and it's cutting part of my stuff off, and I don't want that to happen because then you might miss something good. So I'm gonna turn this off, but just keep doing the same thing. Just take your orange and just make little kind of lines and blend up in. Do that to every leaf. Okay. Alright, so the yellow and the orange is done. Now get your burnt ochre 943, and now kind of accentuate the little lines that you made and go on the sides of them to give it little veins, if you will, I guess. That's the way it's called, right? Little veins. And do that the same way. You should be getting good at doing these flowers now. You should be feeling really comfortable to be able to see how I just going up. Now underneath here where you see that it is in the shade, you want to put some color in here and then make it like it's kind of torn, you know, on these little ends. See how I'm just like making little jaggedy edges, little lines. Just makes it look like the flower's torn, and I don't know, I kind of like that look. So I'm just making little jaggedy lines up in here, some longer, some shorter. Come along the edge here. And really have fun with this flower, because these flowers are really fun to do that with. You can do a lot by putting this is terrible that I gotta keep moving it. Sorry, but I just can't help it. Okay, so same thing, just the nice little striations in here. And then make your little petals. Put the little jagged edges really makes it look, just gives it a lot more character. I love the character. So just keep doing that. Have fun with it. And keep your pencil sharp though, because if it's dull, it's not going to do the job you want it to. I'm just saying for right now for sure, because like, look, already mine, it's not giving me nice. You want fine lines where it's bending. You don't want thicker lines. You want fine lines. Okay, so just keep having fun with your picture and just work with it and put in all this color in the whole thing, and then I'll come back and we'll do something here with the middle. Okay, have fun. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so I just did the whole putting in the dark burnt ochre, just like you. Hopefully yours looks just the same. I did everything exactly the way I showed you how to do it. Okay, so I just have to figure out a way to, I've been doing these videos and they get, like I say, so long that it cuts off part of it. So I either have to break them up into more videos, or I have to, cut part of it off. But I mean, like, I think like right there you didn't really miss anything. You already knew exactly how I'm filling in with the color, Now, we can deepen that color if we want with another color, but I don't really think it needs it. Now we need to work on this area in here. Okay, I'm thinking for in here, let's change it up. We're always putting yellow in the middle. Let's do a little bit of green inside. So this is, sorry, apple green. So we'll put some apple green in the middle of this, like it's, because maybe the little petals aren't quite ready to bloom or whatever. I don't know, I just think I wanted to change it up because we can. So put some little green and just put it in some random spots. So we got the green going. Now in the background, in case you hear the song change, it is Little Man Tate. Okay, I'm switching glasses. See, gotta put on. Alright, let's resume our activities. I paused it for a minute. My Safeway guy came and I had to deal with that. A phone. Sick people in the house. We all got it. Ugh. Okay, so put just a little green in here. Pretty. See, that's really all you need. I mean, we could put a little of this in here. This is some chartreuse. Just a little, maybe to brighten it in some spots, but it really doesn't need a... I mean, obviously, go as crazy as you want with it, but... Okay, that chartreuse looks nice. Now, also we have these little stamens, or little. See how my sorry, but I gotta sharpen. See, I gotta sharpen. There's these little balls here, but I don't think they're even gonna show up if we make them yellow. We could make them black. You know that? These little things, beads. We could make them black with our pen if you want. Just an idea. I'm not going to right now. I'm kind of ready to move to the next picture. Isn't that bad? Alright, I'm putting a little yellow on here. I love this picture. I'll finish it and I'll put it up and I'll write all the stuff that goes on in January, which isn't really a lot. With my gift basket company. By the way, it's gift-basket-connection.com. I could send flowers and gift baskets to any city in the United States. I've been doing it for, gosh, since 1996. And so if you need anything, please think of me if you want to send gift baskets or flowers. I have thousands of them, seriously, and they're awesome. My chocolate for Valentine's Day is the best. Okay, so see, I just left some white, put some in yellow. Okay, and if you want, you could throw in some bright yellow and some spots just to, you know, brighten it up in some areas because we use the yellow ochre. But you see, I just throw, you know, you don't, it's just a matter of adding it in some random areas. That gives your flower a little bit of interest, you know. So there you go. All right, now let's widen out so we can see our beautiful work so far. Look at how pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. See, we did this. We did it together. All right, I've got the yellow out in my hand. So because of that, let's do this little baby. Okay, and just get these flowers in here. And again, I don't think I'm going to save this for video. I think you know enough now about how to add color to these. I just feel like, you know, basing it in yellow is always fine. Well, if you're doing a leaf, because you can put whatever colors we want over it. Okay, but this one we need to do, and I think we need to do that in the blue. So let's take this really pretty powdered blue. You know what I gotta do? I gotta reorganize my little area here. My